Hey guys, I'm Dr. Stephanie and I'm a physical therapist. And if you have shoulder pain or stiffness, it's possible you could have frozen shoulder. The most common symptoms are pain, but also the inability to lift your arm fully overhead or reach behind your back. That one is usually really limited. Reaching across your chest is usually hard. And this can just kind of come on out of nowhere, or it can come on after an injury or after a surgery. It's more common in women, more common in middle-aged women. And it really just takes time to get rid of it, but there are things you can do to ease the pain, to speed along the rehab process, and to be able to do things that you want to do, like lift your arm up, like reach up and grab something out of a cabinet. So we're going to go over some exercises that you can do if you're having these symptoms. And even if you don't know if you have frozen shoulder, if you have any type of shoulder pain, these exercises will help. So for the first one, we're going to grab a golf club. Now, if you don't have a golf club, that's okay. Just grab a broom, a cane, something that's just like a stick. And we're going to do this first one standing, and then I'll show you how you can do it lying down as well. You're going to hold on to it, and you want your thumbs to be going straight up. So kind of place it between your thumb and your pointer finger on both hands. Thumbs facing forward. And you're just going to lift this golf club up as high as you can comfortably. If you can go all the way overhead, great. If you can't, that's okay. And kind of use because usually it only affects one arm. Now, if it affects both, this will help both arms. But if it's just one shoulder, use the shoulder that doesn't have pain, that doesn't have a lack of motion, to kind of guide your other shoulder, your other arm up. And go up as high as you can, and then back down. And you want to repeat that 10 to 30 times. More repetitions is going to get you more range of motion, but we also don't want to increase pain too much. So if your pain level goes above a 5 out of 10, that's where you should stop. But you do really want to work on this, and you want to do it every day. Just try to get some of that motion back, because if you keep it stiff, you keep your arm from moving, it's just going to get stiffer. So let me show you another way you can do that. You can lie on the ground or on a bed and hold the stick or the golf club the same way between your thumbs and your pointer fingers. You're just going to lift up and overhead as far as you can. The goal is to get to the floor. Obviously, if you are lacking motion, maybe you'll only get to here or here. Go as far as you can, kind of get a little bit of a stretch. You can hold that stretch for a couple seconds and then bring it back down. Again, the goal is 10 to 30 reps. And you can do this every day. You can actually do it 2 to 3 times a day if you want to. But that's a great one for increasing motion there. I'm going to show you one more with this golf club. I'm going to grab a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, just roll up a towel. You're going to place it underneath your upper arm. And place your arm, try to get it kind of out at an angle here. And you want to hold on to the end of the golf club or the end of the cane or stick or whatever you have with one hand. And you're just going to use the other hand to push straight back. And if you're lacking motion, you may not be able to get it back this far. But go as far back as you can comfortably, and then come back up. Again, you want to get a little bit of a stretch. When you feel that stretch, pause for a couple seconds, really stretch it into that range of motion, and then come back up. You want to do 10 to 30. The goal is 30, but if you start having a pain level that's above a 5 out of 10, again, that's where you should stop. All right, we're going to put the golf club down. We're going to stay in this position since we already have our block here. Grab a small dumbbell, and the dumbbell's just going to act as, we're not really working on strengthening, it's acting as kind of a weight to kind of pull your arm down to increase that range of motion. So hold on to that and just do one that you can do comfortably. You can do it heavier or lighter if you need to. You're just going to rotate your arm back as far as you can. Just let that weight kind of pull you, and then come back up. If you have trouble pulling it back up because of the weight, you can use the other arm to help you. You're just going to pull back, and then come back up. Again, go as far as you can comfortably, and you can kind of pause for a couple seconds there, and then come back up. And then you're going to go the opposite direction. So this is working on internal rotation. And sometimes this is a little bit easier. It kind of depends on the person. But same thing, just let that weight kind of pull you down there. As far as you can, pause for a couple seconds, and then come back up. So go down here, and then back up. Again, 10 to 30 reps, whatever you're comfortable doing. All right, now we're gonna come up onto our hands and knees, and I'm gonna show you one that kind of just helps increase the motion in your shoulder. It increases the kind of lubrication in your shoulder, so we get everything moving and keep it from being so stiff. So you're gonna place the hand on the ground of the shoulder that's bothering you, place the other hand on top of that hand. You're just gonna rotate your arm kind of back and forth. It's not a big movement, just rotating the arm, but you're just getting some motion in there, kind of getting some lubrication. Go as far as you can in both directions, just kind of in and out here. And this one, you can do 10 to 30 times, just whatever feels comfortable. This one shouldn't be too painful, but if it is, you can just go into smaller range of motion. You don't have to go as far. You can also do fewer reps. But just do that in and out for about 10 to 30 reps. And then for the last one I'm going to show you, we're actually going to grab the golf club again. I mean, you can do this kneeling or you can do it standing. You're going to grab it behind your back here. And you can put your arms out wide like this to start, and then the goal is to bring them together more. So you're going to just lift up behind you. We're working on a little bit of shoulder extension, and then come back down, lift up, and come back down. And again, 10 to 30 reps. Just really getting those arms back there as far as you can comfortably. All of those you can do daily. Obviously, you don't want to increase your pain too much. Sometimes with frozen shoulder, things are just painful, but you don't really want the exercises to cause more than a 5 out of 10 pain. So if they're causing that, you can just kind of scale back or take a day off, or just, do fewer reps or do what you can do. Go in a smaller range of motion. But all of those will help increase that range of motion, decrease that pain, because the more we move our arm, the more we move our shoulder, even though it might seem like you don't want to at first, it's actually going to help decrease that pain. So try all of those, and hopefully that helps your frozen shoulder.